Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a 50-day update. Now this is a channel that I've been trying to do 100 videos in 100 days, and I'm just hit day 50 about 2 days ago, and I want to do an update on the data that's come in. Now I wait an extra day after the 50 because I want to make sure all the data's come in, and we have the analytics to go ahead and look over. And there's some big lessons that I'm really learning from this. I'm super excited. I was sharing some of the stats with my wife yesterday, and she got really discouraged for me. It's kind of sad. I was thinking it wasn't all that bad because this is a learning situation, and it was doing way better than I expected anyway. But what's really cool is the stuff that I've been learning. I think for those of you who are thinking about building a YouTube channel, who have just started, you're going to find this potentially helpful, because I've been all over the board trying different things and testing it with this 50-day challenge that I'm putting myself through. One is to see how fast I can get videos kicked out. Now, there's been times when I had actually gone on a trip where I stacked like 7 videos in a row before I left, so I didn't have to worry about it when I was on the trip. And that was really interesting because I did find myself being able to make a bunch of videos in one day. Now, I did also find that I didn't care for the videos as much as I would want to because I was trying to rush so much to do them. But I do know that when I finally get the channel that I want put together and off the ground, and it could be this one in the future when it just settles out and then I focus on one thing. But it is said in the past that it's in the beginning you want to start with quantity and then move over to quality. And I understand why they say that, but I gotta say, if you're starting up brand new, that is a good strategy because you get to learn how to do things as efficiently as you want possible because you're trying to get more quantity out. And then as you get better at making videos and you get faster at it, then you can start putting the quality you want together. And here's why this is important, is because when you start a YouTube channel, it takes a lot of time, period. And the faster you get at a system putting things together, the better you will be at actually making videos. And then when you put in the quality that you want, I want to spend a couple of days filming and researching, and scripting and putting everything together, then making the video and then editing it to the way I want. And I am also now diving deep into AI, as you'll see in the previous like 4 or 5 videos I've been talking about, and learning even more techniques to utilize AI to get stuff done faster. I'm not one that can read and speak at the same time very well. I don't know. It's never been something I could do. In fact, it's so funny because I'm a Sunday school teacher, and there's been times when I actually open the Bible to read the scripture out of it to the kids, and I can't do it. I have to memorize what I'm reading, then speak it, and I can't read and speak at the same time. Never been something I could do very well. So when it comes to even speeches, I pretty much memorize 90% or 80% of it and just stick to an outline flow and then do that. And even these videos, I have content as maybe 3 bullet points, and everything that comes out of me is basically something I've already thought in my head before I'm going to speak it through. But I do go off on tangents, and that's another problem, but I'll talk about that a little later. For now, let's get into the data, because I want to show you first the dashboard. We are now up to 218 subscribers in a total. In fact, we're probably, says the last 28 days, well, current subscribers. But when you look at the full data set that we have here, we have our last 90 days is all I need, because this is a 50-day. I started the channel 50 days or a little over 50 days ago, and we have 217 subscribers here. If we go to this and we click on the channel analytics, we will see the current subscriber list right here at 218, which is pretty, I think it's pretty awesome, honestly. You got to figure out, a lot of people take a lot longer to do this. Now, I started off very strategically using keywords that I knew would do decently well for a new channel. And in the word, I quit my job, always does well. So if you ever quit your job, do a video, and I would say watch a couple others that have done well and see what has been holding people's attention in certain things. But like, I quit a job without a plan. I did quit my job to start a YouTube channel. Here at the bottom that you see, I quit my job to start a new YouTube channel at 51. And that's really an interesting thing. Now, I also used the download data off of what comes out of this. So what I'm trying to say is basically you can download this data and then analyze it on a spreadsheet, but you can also download this data and throw it into ChatGPT and ask it what it sees as well. So that not only, I'm a data analyst by profession or nature in marketing, so I have my ways of looking at things, and then there's things that you'll miss. And so what you do is you send it up to ChatGPT, and it'll catch other things as well. Plus, it doesn't know context. I know what each of these videos are, and it doesn't know, but it went over the titles, but it does tell you some things that you might like, averages of certain things that I just don't have time to calculate or didn't think was important. And when it told me that was important, I thought, oh yeah, it's right. So I've been looking over the data, and one of the main things I wanted to really have as the biggest takeaway shared is that, and I saw this, and so did ChatGPT. It just confirmed it. Basically, it says personal stories and relatable experiences drive the highest engagement and subscriber growth. And that's based on the data. And that is something already known. Everybody's talking about how authenticity is the new currency or the new power behind everything. So even though I'm using AI to help me get things done faster, everything is authentically me. And my stories are me. There's like nothing that can actually do a better job at telling a authentic story when people know that person's actually living it. Because I can tell you a fictional story and making up some really crazy stuff, but it doesn't make sense. I lived it myself. I can tell you how to get through it, how I got through it, and tips that even an AI might be able to give based on things that it has modeling for. But when I can tell you that it's actually worked and give examples of it, that will help anybody. So here's the thing, if you're starting a YouTube channel and you want to get into something, even no matter what the model is or what the niche that you're getting into is going to be about, then you definitely want to have stories behind examples of everything and anything that you're doing. So what's doing really great is now that I'm diving into the AI world of using these tools, and what I'm seeing is the YouTubers that talk about AI always integrate their usage and what they're doing with it and mistakes that they're seeing, and also showing on the platform. So it's live, so it's authentic what's going on, even though it's an inauthentic, I guess, subject matter, which is AI because it's artificial. But then again, that's just the way that we are all liking this. Now, here's another thing is right now I'm working on a project that was really something that I was given a year ago to go and try to put up. And this is something that I started to put together using AI, because there's the only way I can tell the story better is to utilize visuals that don't exist anymore, because this is a historical story. But by adding this element of some added visuals to help the imagination move forward, it's really been helping get this story put together. And I hope that I'll be able to launch it and show you guys soon what's come out of it. But for the most part, here's the thing. Right now, I am at 218 subscribers, which has been just phenomenal on this growth that we've been having here. And I'm so grateful. Thank you all for who have subscribed. And what's been also driving the subscriptions lately is the older stuff about the leaving my job and those type of things. It's all the authentic stuff that's about my life more than anything else. I was thinking that finance would do a lot of the takeoff, which if you look at the data of what's been bringing in the most traffic or the most views, you will see that everything's usually about money, how the rich pay less, my gambling addiction. So that's kind of a mix, gambling and also the finance part of, and also the authentic side of my addiction itself. Draining an emergency fund, again, that's about finances, how we save 55K, and why I quit my job to start a new channel. So these are all basically financial. When people quit the job, the first thing they say is how they're going to survive. It's all about money, really. Why I left Hawaii and moved to California broke. So these, again, gives ideas, and I can see the pattern being that finance is a big part of it. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I do have a lot of experience in going through ups and downs. And as I've shared with many of you before, I've gone through 3 major pitfalls of my finances with tens of thousands of debt, crawling back out of it. And the situation we're at now is we're not in debt anymore. We have substantial savings to go ahead and to have me try this out. So this is where we've been at so far. The growth has been happening mostly with still the same trends been going on over the last 50 days. We are seeing that videos from the past are still doing very well. This one had a huge jump up in the beginning with views, and then all of a sudden kind of die, which is a typical also things that happen. And then what we also can see is that, let's go back to the original content sources. And what I'd like to show is, again, how the content, let's go back to the dashboard, because what this I like to see is the last 48 hours, the top videos that are performing. And then we get to see watch hours and subscriber counts that are coming in, that we're still getting subscribers from these videos that are in the past. But what's even more surprising is typically the status of the sort. Actually, what I'm looking for is the impression counts that come through here. Impressions, so just the browse feature, how impressions are starting to pick up again. And this is one of those things that you just have to let YouTube do its thing and then keep an eye on it to see what's going on and how it's working. That is something that's really been interesting to see. Also, what I am noticing is my click-through rates. I've been studying that as well, and that is one I really need to pick up on making my thumbnails better. I am very, very lazy at making my thumbnails. I'm getting a lot of offers for people. Will you want to make your thumbnails for you? Yeah, it's great. The thing is, my consistent thumbnail style right now is more to see what content is actually being fed out there. And I know that, yes, the thumbnail will actually attract clicks, but for now, this is where we're standing. I just want to, right now more so, just show what we're seeing with mostly the last few days of how things have been picking up and where our subscribers are coming from. Also, a lot of times where the impressions are coming from, and of course the retention, how those are being holding up. So there's so much that I just want to make sure right now, just to recap, that the channel is still growing. The content lately has been absolutely tanking, which is why my wife was so disappointed that I'm only getting under 10 views in a video. And of course, it is talking strictly AI. I'm completely shifting subjects, so that is like a big part that you don't want to do. In fact, I'll probably make another video about when you shift subject matters in a channel, what detriment it can do for you. But this is basic today. That's all I want to do, is give an update. We're at 217 subscribers, or 218, and just still moving right along to see where we're at, what's going to happen in the next 50 days. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'll keep you up to date. Thanks for watching.